Talking with Toby Parker, head coach of the Madison College women's volleyball team, the Wolfpack, having just won another Region 4 title. Coach, congrats on that. What stood out over the weekend?
Consistent play once again, and a couple teams that we have had some success with already. So as we kind of preached and talked about game plan and strategy prior to, sustain what you're doing. You don't have to play out of your heads this weekend. It's just a matter of managing what you've accomplished to this point and sustaining statistically what we've been doing and the reasons we were successful against them. It really played out nice. They look great. So success down there just kind of, we're hoping, continues and remains consistent.
Had some great individual performances as well.
Yeah, it's similar to basketball. If you take the net out of the way, it is basketball. But when we talk about matchups and matchups on the net and the person across from you defending or attacking, individually for us, Allie continues to do things just off the charts in that middle blocking position. Offensively, she's a dynamic athlete, and a lot of folks, if not everyone, has struggled to find a way to contain her, which is a pretty solid indicator of her stepping the next step with her career and going on to continue what she's done here. And defensively too, she's a true middle blocker. We don't call them middle hitters anymore. She's a middle blocker, and she defends that net and pin to pin. We've been fortunate. We've had some very good middles here, and Allie just kind of falls in place with the others, and we're very fortunate that she's here. And I can touch on Stevie's play again as well in that libero position. The libero position has rewritten the sport, and it just sort of redefined it. And what she's doing in that jersey, we've been fortunate with some very good ones years past. We have another very good one, and pretty happy with her play. Bree looked fantastic this whole weekend too. Quicker offense, teams struggle with it. She runs it efficient. She runs it better than anyone in the country, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know if we could pull a setter from another team and put him in the spot that Bree is in, and with the same result. She looked good.
Some great individual accomplishments for yourself as well lately. Your 300th career match victory, as well as your 5th N4C Coach of the Year honor. What do those accomplishments mean to you?
Not much. If it's a team sport, I don't want to throw the cliches out here, and I don't like them any more than you do. But to be honest with you, without the efforts of the team and my staff, and I have some wonderful assistant coaches, these accolades are nice, and they look great on paper and the recruiting side of things. I work hard for them, don't get me wrong, but boy, I have a lot of help.
As we record this today, the entire Nationals field isn't completely set yet, but of the teams that are going to be there, what can you preview of those potential matchups?
Brookhaven will be in the mix. They're a Texas group, so we haven't seen them. We don't know much about them other than what we read on websites and statistically, but it's historically a good program, and we would expect them to show up in Rochester doing what they've been doing pretty consistent the last 10 years as well. We've seen Rochester, and they've got their region tournament this weekend, Rochester, Ridgewater, St. Cloud. With those folks doing their thing, we've seen Rochester. We've seen Central Lakes, who is advancing. We had the pleasure of going 5 with Lorraine last year, the national tournament. They've advanced as well. So, matchups for us until that seeding stuff comes into play, all we can do is project. And we just presented it to the girls, our projection for these seeds. And we'll start to talk about teams a little bit tonight and get more into it tomorrow. And as this officially comes out Monday, you really can't put too much in front of them. It's just scenarios at this point. But
final thought then, obviously you're defending 2 championships, trying to go for a 3rd straight. Is that more impressive when you consider that it's at a junior college where you only have access to an athlete for 2 years compared to some other programs at 4-year institutions that have tried to go for 3 and 4 straight?
I just had a recent conversation with a colleague at a 4-year institution. 1 is hard enough anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if it's a 2 or a 4. The back-to-back stuff, it's just statistically improbable. It's not supposed to happen. The first 2 years, you've got 2 different rosters. You talk about it this year, and as you said, we positioned ourselves to be successful? Sure. And they worked very hard to put themselves in a position they're in. But it's a brand new roster again. Every single year, it's different names and different faces, and we're proud of it. Impressive. I'll leave that up to others, but we're extremely proud of it, and it's a byproduct of a lot of stuff.
Well, Toby, again, congrats on the Region 4 victory and best of luck at Nationals.
Thanks.